What's going on, people? It's your boy ActionFiggySkinny. Peace, 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 peace. Let me get that right. Hold on. Peace. There you go. And here we are again with another quick hit review. These haven't been really so much quick hits. These have been so much kind of pretty descriptive, history-based, pretty descriptive reviews on figures and the characters themselves. But, I like to call it a quick hit because it has a good name to it. So this is another one. And today, we've got our boy Scott Summers, aka Sykes, aka Slim is Slim, aka Cyclops. Woo, from the 97 series. This is part of Wave 2. This figure is looking nice. He is based on the Vulcan body that was newly released, I believe, last year with the Vulcan figure. They have since put out a Cyclops on that body, but that is VHS Cyclops, and he has some cell shading. This is a version that a lot of people couldn't wait for, but they, modified their other one, and that if you waited, you would have gotten this non-cell shaded Vulcan body Cyclops. This thing has a few things that is a little bit interesting that we're going to talk about, and some things that we've been waiting for, mainly this head sculpt here that includes the insert for the visor, beam, so on, because we've been wanting that optic blast face for a long time. Some people have actually been customizing them for a minute, but they've been looking a little crazy. Some of them look nice, but some of them look a little crazy. So without further ado, we about to see what's in this box. Chill. For those that are interested, the back has the rest of the figs that are in this wave, which includes Magneto in his funky costume, Jean Grey, the Executioner that I've already reviewed, Goblin Queen that I've also already reviewed, Nightcrawler that is looking so good and I've also already reviewed. You can check all of these out on my channel right here on YouTube, and your boy Cyclops, which I'm doing right now. So yeah. And here he is out the package. And honestly, he's looking really nice. I actually really like it without the cell shading. If you had the cell shaded one, all the side of his body here is completely shaded. Whereas this one, everything is on point. The yellow is not too bright, but not too orange like the previous Cyclops from the, I'm gonna say, not Wendigo wave, because that's obviously not the right one. Caliban wave. Cyclops from the Caliban wave, but it wasn't the Caliban wave, it's Warlock wave. Warlock wave Cyclops, which is a great story about that. But the Warlock wave Cyclops, his blue was perfect, but the blue that they gave him would not have matched this yellow. That's why I understand why they went that more orange route. And I've talked about that whole set of X-Men where they had one set of X-Men that was a darker orange, and then they came out with Jacket Cyclops, who he's going to be making an appearance in this video, and it all changed. But this to me is perfect. The head sculpt, not so much. I just don't know how I feel about that head sculpt, but it might fit the character, based on if they're going with the comics or not, but I'm not sure, because if Jean's alive and they got Goblin Queen, not sure how they're gonna do all that. But if you remember our boy Cyclops in the comics, he was a bit of a F-boy around these times, with the whole messing around with Madeline and then getting her pregnant after he got married and then ditching her when he found out Jean was alive. So that's messed up. But this is more of a F-boy type of head sculpt. The smirk is just kind of goofy. I'm not really with it. I don't know. Something about it I just do not like. But yeah, otherwise the rest of them is really, really nice. You can check out the back of him. The belt is sculpted. The X and stuff, all that is very much sculpted. Super nice. I'm glad they didn't just paint the belt on there. But yeah, let's get into his bit of his accessories that he comes with. So you see out the box, he comes with those two open hands, which is cool. He also comes with a set of fisted hands. Just gonna focus in on that right there. Yeah. Set of fisted hands he comes with. Look at those. Pretty, 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 pretty. He comes with his optic blast pointing head. He comes with the optic blast, which is, standard. And then he comes with the head for said optic blast, which is also cool. We're gonna put that on him, see what that looks like. In 3, 2. And there he is with the two-fisted hands on that fit on nicely, and the optic blast. His knees are a little tight, but that's the thing about these these pinless legs. You gotta be careful with the whole right out the box thing, because you know they can break on you, and that ain't good. Let's pop this blast on his head. He stands good with it too. Like, it's like a steady optic blast. If anybody's played Marvel vs. Capcom 2 in the room, you know what I'm probably about to do with this fig. He's probably going on that shelf. We'll have him faced off against Ryu in one of these pictures, you know, and see what's up. But yeah, this is definitely like a more MVC2 candidate. Cyclops is hyping that game. I might have to play that after this review. But yeah, there he is with that head. Looking nice. Yeah, let's get into his articulation. I'm gonna have to warm up his legs first and do a bit of that. But yeah, let's get into his articulation, and then we'll get into comparisons, especially with the VHS Cyclops. You know that's coming. Don't worry about it. And a few other figs that I got lying around here. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so articulation. I warmed him up a bit, so he should be good to go. Hopefully, homie doesn't break on me. But you know, it's just, if you have the Vulcan body, or you've seen this body before, it's your standard. You know, it's not standard. It's actually quite great. Arms go up like so. It's all goody and gravy on here. This arm is better than this arm, but we'll have to just warm that up a little bit more. Ab crunch comes becomes in the back. It doesn't go back much, and I mean, this is like, the other ones are removable, but I like how these are like sculpted into the body. I'll kind of zoom in on that, give you guys an idea. Just like how it's zoomed in. His head goes up, comes like very nicely, especially for Cyclops, and you want to get the Cyclops on. Looks down like that, looking good. Double jointed elbows, which are nice, and they stay quite surprisingly tight. I hope they don't kill this body off too much, so it's just like withery and cruddy. But that's how the elbows work. Now before, the knees were giving me trouble, so we'll try that. Double jointed knees. Ooh, see, I just don't like how these pinless feel, because it just feel like it gonna break. Like, if it don't like you, it's like, nah, buddy. See, that's a struggle to do and I'm not going to be posing Cyclops all like that anyways, but it'd just be nice to know. Like, I heated it up. So I'm doing this, like, I heated this up this morning, yesterday, and this morning, and now in the afternoon, because I had to take a break between shooting, it's still very, very like, nah, we're not moving. But that's how the articulation works. Oh yes, he has a boot cut, which is very good. My man has a boot cut. You can see that. Zoom in on that, or zoom in out. Yeah, nice little boot cut. So that works. I'm glad they included that on this fig. Now let's get into comparisons. Obviously, we're going to compare him with the VHS Cyclops first, because I mean, that's why a lot of us are here. Well, at least that's why I would be here if I'm watching this video. I want to see the comparison, see what they look like, even if you know what it looks like. But let's go and get that going. Yeah, buddy. And here are our boys together, the two of them, looking, you know how they would look. He just has some shading here and there, and my guy doesn't. But I'm going to do the obvious thing, which is the head swap. That's what you want to see. I'm just actually going to do that live here for y'all. So we're going to take this head off. We're going to take this head. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should follow me on Instagram, because I put a lot more cool pictures on there. But you should also subscribe to me on YouTube if you follow me on Instagram already. And if you're here, that's how that works. But yeah, I took a picture of this and put it in my story of how that looks, which is cool. And I mean, this Cyclops still works because he has like an anime look. So while I might be putting, well, I can't put him. Okay, so here's my whole dilemma. And I mentioned this before. But I can't put him on a certain shelf, and I can't put him on a certain shelf. I think he's going to go in Marvel vs. Capcom. He's going to go with my X-Men97 figs, and that's how that's going to work. But for y'all, well, really want to see, that right there is a perfect Cyclops. They did it. They done did it. I mean, that little bit of shade in there, but I don't really care about that. But that right there is, to me, a perfect Cyclops. We have a Cyclops, our Cyclops, that matches the one that we had as kids, that 90s figure. He was really bulky in the chest. You guys know what I'm talking about, with the light up eyes. I'm pretty sure they had to make him so bulky in the chest for those light up eyes. But that's what he looks like. And yeah, that's their comparison. Let's go ahead and put him up against my man Logan, James Howlett, with the bad crooked feet, always falling back and such. Come on, stand up straight, Logan. Stand up to this man. These two look great next to each other. Really, really good. And the paint is super smooth and such. Looking nice. Me like it. Alright, let's go ahead and put him up against recently reviewed Nightcrawler, which y'all should go check that out if you haven't already. That's what they look like together. Looking nice. Sykes is a little bit taller than him. Okay. And then you have him against the X-Men97 Wolverine. Looking super good. These two, I wish they had the same blue, but that's just me being nitpicky, because I'm just about color like that. I gotta have it. And then finally, let's put them up against I recently reviewed Marvel Legends Angel. That's a little top heavy, but that's our boy. There you go. And these two look all right together, though they were never in these costumes at the same time. He had the blue head. I know a lot of people like him in the red and the blue head. And I'm sticking to my guns that I am all about the blue and white. That's how I go when it comes to my Archangel or Angel or Warren with the blue face and the white wings and all that fun stuff. I'm all about the blue and white. I like the red and white, but the blue and white, that's my jam. That's my man in this. And that's I keep him for Dark Phoenix, and specifically that. And then blue and white, he's going to come in. That's what's going to happen with that. But these two look great together. Super, super good. Crispy even. Too bad I can't have y'all on the same show for continuity reasons. I am a continuity crazy. And I am not about just mixing mashing characters just because they look cool. Not a bunch of this. Not a bunch of that. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, let's go into my final thoughts about this figure. I really don't want to put the original head back on him because that is one of my major gripes about it. But, why not? Let's go. So, in my closing remarks, I would like to say that I really love the Cyclops. I really liked the VHS one, and my only gripes were the cell shading. And now that I have one without cell shading, because I'm not about to wipe all that stuff off and go through all that with alcohol and such, now that I have one legit that's based on a cartoon, and all I had to do was do a little head swap, I'm super good with this. This is like 9.5 for me. The 0.5 or the point, because I won't go in 9.5, but I will give it a solid 9, losing points for the very hard to bend knees and legs, which should be not like that. I feel these are like the Wolverine legs from the retro of course it's shorter, but I feel like these are like the same materials of Wolverine legs, where they're just really hard to bend and they feel like they're gonna break. So you lose a point for that to me. And then for this head sculpt, that like I'm gonna have to pop it back on and then pop it on here just because reasons. But like for this head sculpt, yes, it looks like a cartoon. It's has an anime look and it has a smirk, but I'm just not with the look of it. I'm not, can't get down. I cannot get down. So I'm only holding this dude, posing him with this other head. This Cyclops head here. This is my Scott. Let's get that on there. Don't want to do that too much so it gets loose. This is my Scott, and then I'll use this other head sculpt here when he's like optic blasting. I might even just pose him with this, the other one. Optic blast, you know what I'm saying? If you guys played the game, you know what I'm talking about. Like, just let's see how that looks on that body. Oh my goodness, is it gonna work? Or is he gonna break his toy? No, y'all, it worked. It worked, y'all. See, that's what you get for trying to put the head in with the blast already coming out of the head. But for you guys who also want to know that, this is the VHS with the oblique blast head from Wave 2 of X-Men97 Cyclops. And that looks great. So I might just have him posed up like this, going up against a Ryu. That might be a photo that might come up. Who knows? This fig gets a 9 on 10. This Cyclops is good. This is the best Cyclops we're going to get. This is the Cyclops that we need to get. I'm sorry if you didn't buy the VHS copy, and now you got to go and search for the VHS head or head sculpt and pray that somebody's selling that or something, so that you don't have to go and buy 2 whole figures just to make this perfect specimen of a Cyclops. But this is it, y'all. This is the Cyclops, the 90 Cyclops y'all wanted. This is the 90 Cyclops that we got after a couple tries. 2 tries? First one they released. No, 3 tries. 3 tries. But Love Triangle was good. Love Triangle was good. Shouts to Love Triangle. Yo, I didn't compare him next to Love Triangle. Shouts to Love Triangle. Love Triangle, you get some love too. Because for a time, I mean, this is a straight bitten idea. Y'all saw us customizers doing that, and then y'all turned around and did it. So shouts to you, Hasbro, for capitalizing on an idea that you most likely saw on IG. I give y'all a tilted hat for that. That's a good idea. And this Cyclops had its time. I still might even also put this in my Street Fighter. But I mean, comparing the two, like, night and day, yes. But this guy's hype. Should I put this head on this body? Y'all want to see that? Let's try. Okay, that is also kind of hype looking. A little small, I believe the head is, compared to the other. But it looks okay. Yeah, I didn't try the head on the other body because it has like no neck and it wouldn't work. Yeah, like this shit looks, no, it's falling off. It doesn't even really work. So yeah. So if you like this video, please go ahead and leave a like, comment, and tell me if you have the VHS, if you're going and getting the VHS to put this head on here, if you're buying the X-Men97 because you already have the VHS and you're deciding on what to do with both because of cell shading, let me know in the comments, all that. Let me know what you think of this review. If you go and liked this review, you can go ahead and subscribe and tell your friends about it and share it with all the people that you love, and check out my other reviews that I have, because I'll be putting a lot more up late. I don't want to set a set schedule because then people will be like, where are you at, Skinny, where you at? But I've been putting up about 2 to 3 a week. So I'm going to try to keep that going, to keep that flow going, reviewing anything and everything that I got coming my way. New figures, old figures, Rangers, G.I. Joe, Marvel Legends, old ass toys that I just find in my basement in my parents' house. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing it all. So go ahead and subscribe to your boy, tell your friends, and come back. Keep collecting, keep fit, have fun, trying to figure out a slogan to use. I love y'all. Peace.